Many teachers think students don't listen because they are lazy or disrespectful or simply not interested. But what if the real reason is something completely different? What if students don't listen because we are speaking the wrong language to their brains? Here's something many teachers and parents misunderstand about children. When kids don't listen, we often think they're being stubborn, they don't care, they just don't want to learn. But in many situations, the problem isn't the child. The problem is how adults communicate with a child's brain. Adults naturally explain things using logic. For example, we say, "You need to finish your work. This is important for your future. If you don't study, life will be difficult later." For adults, that sounds perfectly reasonable. But for children, especially under the age of 12, this type of reasoning often doesn't work because their brains are still developing the ability to think about long-term consequences. So when we give logical explanations, children hear the words, but their brain doesn't find a reason to engage. Children don't experience the world primarily through logic. They experience it through interaction and exploration. Their brains are naturally drawn to things like images, movement, curiosity, emotions, and play. That's why psychologists often say play is the natural language of children. Play isn't just entertainment. Play activates the brain's learning system. When children play, attention increases, curiosity increases, memory becomes stronger. But when the classroom only includes instructions, explanations, and corrections, the brain slowly switches off. Not because the student is bad, but because nothing is activating their engagement system. Let's look at a very common classroom moment. A teacher says, "Stop talking and do the worksheet." This is typical adult language. It focuses on rules, obedience, task completion. But now imagine a small change. Instead of saying, "Stop talking and do the worksheet," the teacher says, "Let's see which team can finish this mission first." Suddenly, something changes. The worksheet becomes a challenge. The activity becomes a game, and the brain switches into engagement mode. The task didn't change, only the language changed. Here's another example teachers see all the time. A teacher introduces grammar and says, "Today we are going to practice the past tense." Technically, that instruction is clear, but to a child's brain, it's abstract. There's no image, no story. Now imagine saying this instead. "Today we're going to become time travelers." Immediately, the brain starts imagining things. Yesterday, last week, last year. The grammar concept is still the same, but now the lesson has a story and a mental picture, and curiosity begins to activate. Another big difference between adults and children is how they process instructions. Adults can follow long explanations. Children usually learn better when instructions are simple and structured. Instead of saying, "Listen carefully and follow the instructions," try breaking it into clear steps. Step 1. Watch me. Step 2. Say the sentence. Step 3. Write your own example. Simple, visual, concrete. That's how a child's brain organizes information. So when students don't listen, the first reaction is often, the student is the problem. But sometimes the real issue is something else. We are speaking a language their brain is not ready to process. Great teachers don't just teach content. They translate learning into a form that children's brains can actually engage with. Because the truth is simple, the problem is rarely the child. It's the language we use to reach them.